which flights you do, you're a domestic crew or an international, and which are the sectors you fly to. So, guys, to all your questions, I have just one answer, that is the flight schedule, or in a particular language, if you talk about, we can say it as the roster of a cabin crew or a flight attendant. So, particularly, I will talk about the home standbys, the privileged leaves, what are airport standbys, and all the minute details which I think so you should know. So, guys, what are you waiting for? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. See you. Before starting, I just wanted to tell one thing. See, it hardly matters which company it is of Jet Airways actually, but if you talk about Qatar Airways, if you talk about Singapore Airlines, if you talk about Vistara, right? So every airline has their own branding, and they try to make, modify things on their own and just to attract people, right? So the main purpose of, this roster or the flight schedule is that just to check which are the captains you're flying with, who is your, the person who is heading the flight, which are the crew you're flying with, which sectors you're flying, do you have in a layover. So this is what the main purpose is, right? So at the end of the day, you just need to check these things, right? So this is a roster which is of Jet Airways November 2016, right? So obviously her company ka same hi hoga, but just wanted to give you what are the small core descriptions, what are the indicators you just need to know, right? So let's start with the short forms, obviously, so that you can come to know, yes, what home standby HSBY 16 means, right? So let's start. So I'm gonna talk about first home standby. There are two what do you say, descriptions which I just wanted to keep in front of you. One is home standby and another is airport standby, right? So home standby is of 8 hours and you have to stay at home. It is not your day off, but you just need to keep yourself available for the company, right? But if you talk about airport standby, it is divided by 2, that is 4 hours. But in that particular manner, you just need to sit at the airport, means at the base, and you need to keep yourself available. You need to dress up properly and just go as operating crew, but they will tell you if they require you or not, right? Now, so you just need to ignore this 16.5, just home standby and all, right? So day off, that I know everybody will have a smile on their face after knowing day off, right? So what is operating? Operating means you're operating this particular flight, right? Means if I'm going as a flight, in my flight schedule, it will be written OP means I'm operating this flight, I am a part of this flight, right? So everything will be my responsibility, right? So now if we talk about privileged leave mean the word tells you what is privilege. You're privileged, you have all the authority to take this particular leave, but it is on request. You have to put a request a 1 month prior, and the company gives you permission and approve this particular request, right? And one, I just wanted to add one thing. One is we can say dead, I'm sorry, I'm writing is bad. One is dead heading. So what is dead heading? Dead heading is something, for example, if I'm going to Delhi, Lucknow, and from there I don't have a flight, I have to come back from Lucknow to Delhi because Delhi is my base. So if I'm coming back after doing a flight, after operating a flight, that means dead heading. And now what is ACM? ACM is additional crew member. What is additional crew member is? Additional crew member is that if I'm going to a flight, for example, if I'm going from Delhi to Lucknow, right? So Delhi to Lucknow, I don't have a flight, right? So I'm sitting in a flight and I'm going. So that means I'm not dead. I have all the power right now to operate a flight. So dead heading means I have already done a flight and I'm now dead. I have to go back home, right? So this is just an idea just to make sure, right? Additional crew member means you're just going as a crew, but you also you cannot help your crew there, right? In that particular flight, you just need to sit as a passengers, right? But wearing your properly dress, right? Now talking about what are block hours, let me rub it first. Right, I hope you're clear with what is deadheading, what is ACM, right? Now let's talk about what is block hours. See, there are two things, what is block hours and one is duty hours. Block hours means, block hours means 83.35 hours. The moment you step into the aircraft and the aircraft doors are closed, from there the timing starts.
your timing starts, that means you start earning, right? So what are the duty hours then? Duty hours means, for example, I'll tell you, when I go, I'll show you the roster. Duty hours means the moment you get the reporting time, for example, in the 6 in the morning, the moment you report at the base, your time starts. You do not get money on 127 hours, but you get the money on block hours, right? So please make sure. So this is what block hours and duty hours. Now what is on the right, we have indicator description, means pre-assigned. See, the flights which have been pre-assigned, pre means pehle, right? So before, so flights which have been assigned to you beforehand, priorly. So you have not changed anything, you have not requested anything into that, so that is pre-assigned, and everything will be mentioned as P in the right. So now down we come, we have date 9th November 16, means in this there's a layover means you're staying overnight at particular city or country, so means that is layover. Station means Cochin is a COK, is a code of Cochin, and hotel name is Flora Airport Hotel CC, right? And all each and every detail, right? So guys, now the main thing which comes is roster in front of you for November 2016. And just wanted to add one more thing, like for example, if you are receiving the roster of November month, you will receive it 4 to 5 days before, right? For example, I have received on 26th of October, right? So they give you a gap of a stretch of 4 to 5 days, so that you can change the flight if there's any necessity, right? So the name comes on the left top, right? And the comment on the right hand side, as you can see, is roster for November 6 2016. So let's start with the November 1st. See what arrow means. Arrow means that this flight is the continuation of the previous flight, right? So means on 31st of October I was doing some flight which had a layover, and that is, for example, see, my base was Delhi, but I'm flying the first flight on the first is Lucknow to Delhi, because I'm not flying from Delhi, means I had to stay overnight in Lucknow, right? So now let's start with the first, right? So the reporting time is 13:40. 367 is my flight number. 15:10 is what I have the takeoff will take place, and Lucknow Delhi is LKO is Lucknow and DEL is Delhi, right? So now I'm landing in Delhi, and from Delhi again I have a flight to Pune. Flight number is same, means the aircraft is same, right? So now I have to come back from Pune to Delhi, right? So this is how it works. Now moving to November to 2nd of November, it is 9W2825. Now this difference between 9W and S2, there were two aircraft, there were two brands which were Jet Light and Jet Airways. Jet Airways was both international and domestic, but on the other side, if we talk about Jet Light, it was only for domestic flights, right? So if somebody will ask you're an international crew or a domestic, we only tell our code, that is 9W, or a 9W crew, or you're a S2, right? So everybody can justify that which flights you do, right? So on the very second day, we have a reporting of 15:15, that 3:15 p.m. 2825 is a flight number. 16:45 is what the takeoff will take place. Now if we are flying a domestic flight, we have to report 1.5 hours prior to our takeoff. And if we talk about the international flights like Dubai, like the Gulf countries, we have to report 2 hours prior. And if we go beyond that, like Singapore, if you're going to New York, any other countries, right, apart from the Gulf countries, we have to report at the base 2 hours 30 minutes prior to our takeoff, right? So now Delhi to DED. DED is Dehradun. Now if we go about Dehradun again, right? So this is one sector, and somebody will ask me what is 87. 87 is ATR crew, right? The ATR is the smallest aircraft which has 2 wings, to both of the corners, right? So that is a smaller aircraft. It has the capacity of 67, 70, 72. So now the bestest aircraft are coming at its place, and they are changing all the previous aircrafts, right? So one is ATR, one is Bombardier, and Bombardier is mostly used by the SpiceJet Airlines, and Jet Airways was into this particular aircraft ATR, right? Now talk about third, right? Home standby 16th. So it has 8 hours from 9:05 to 15:05. So it is mostly 3:05, right, PM. So as I told you previously that 8 hours you have to stay you need to give your 8 hours to the company. Still you have to stay at home, but you need to be, you don't have to keep yourself ready, but you do not have to wear your uniform, but you need to keep yourself available every time till this particular time, right? So moving on the fourth, like 9W568. So this is the way it goes. Delhi Dammam is a Gulf country, right? So it has 1.5 hours difference, right? So on the very next day we are landing in the morning, so it has no layover, right? So if we talk about Dammam time, it has 23:30 is not Indian time, it is of Dammam, it is of the Gulf country time, so we need to see as per their clock. So we are landing next day on the 5th early morning, that is 5:40. On the 6th we have day off, right? So now moving to 7th, we have 9W2247, 7:55 reporting Delhi. It's a Delhi Jaipur Delhi, 2 sectors, ATR ATS, it's ATR, right? So now let's move to 8th of November. The flight number is 9W554, and we are going to Delhi Doha, and then Doha Cochin. Now if you can check that we are not staying in Doha, but we're coming from Doha to Cochin, and we are not coming back to our base, right? So we're going to Cochin, as I told you earlier in this video, that we have one layover that is in Cochin, and here it is on 9th. If you can see the date, Cochin, and then the hotel name is Flora Airport, which is near the airport. It is an airport hotel, right, which is quite near to that, right? And we are landing on November 9th to Cochin, and we have a stayover, and tomorrow next evening on 10th, so it's a very huge layover, and we can go out. We used to go out actually, right? We are having a reporting of 18:55, that is around 7 p.m. in the evening, and again back to Doha, and then from Doha back to Delhi. So in the morning on 11th early morning 5:25, we are landing back to our home, right? So that's the best feeling when we are landing back and we are coming back to our homes, right? So next day, it's very happy day for a crew, that is day off. It's authority we have to take, and we usually get day offs, because we cannot we have to justify our flight duty time limitation, so we need to take care of that. The DGCA usually take care of that, right? So next Sunday, making very sure we do not have Sunday, Saturday, we just have offs, and we hardly care about it's Monday, it's Tuesday. We have to see what day of the month it is, so we are not sure, because we fly every day, every time. We do not have any Saturday, Sundays, right? So on Sunday, November 13th, we have a flight 9W018. Again, now it's an international layover, that is Delhi Singapore. That is the flight number is 18. 9:55 is a reporting, and as you can see that 7:25 is a reporting, 9:55 is a takeoff, and we are landing in Singapore around 6:56 p.m. in the evening, as per the Singapore timing, right? Stay over there. The next evening, 6:10 is the reporting time. Again, takeoff is 7:40. Back to Delhi in the evening, 11 o'clock, right? So landing back, and now comes, it's a home standby. Home standby is, again, as I told you, need to keep yourself available for the next 8 hours and staying home. You don't have to wear your uniform, but you have to stay home, wait for their call. Most of the time they do not call, but you never know if you have a bad fortune, right? So you get a flight, right? Now next comes is again international flight, that is Delhi Dubai, but it's a turnaround flight, right? So there are different flights. Like turnaround flights means you're going and coming back again on the same very day, but their layovers means you're staying overnight, right? So this is a turnaround flight, that is again reporting 9 o'clock, Delhi Dubai. DXB is Delhi Dubai, right? And coming back same day, 7:20, right? Again home standby on the next very day, the same wordings, copying from the the previous 10 seconds which I told you, like you have to keep yourself available. Again on the 18th of November, again 2443, Delhi Lucknow Delhi. It's a ATR small aircrafts which has a capacity of, as I told you, 72,868, right? So again on Saturday we have a day off. As I told you that it's our authority to get these offs. We cannot fly continuous for 1 month or more than a week, right? So next Sunday we have 9W546, again to Delhi to Dubai. As you can see, most of the international flights are there. Again turnaround flight Delhi Dubai, coming back the same day. The next day we have a home standby. Again, you have to keep yourself available for next 8 hours staying at home. The next on 22nd we have 2249, that is early morning departure. That is a very difficult flights because you have to get up early morning. Like on 18th also we have a a early morning departure, right? See, I'll show you this one, right? And these flights are really disgusting, for most of the crew, because they are not good at getting up early, right? So I had no issues, right? So again we have a off on 23rd November 23rd, right? So it is not like that you don't get offs and all. See, you can see in front of you that you get pretty good offs and all, you get rest, right? Now going to 23rd off. 24th again we have a flight that is ATR at last you can see that it is ATR written, right? And this is Delhi Jodhpur. JDH is Jodhpur Delhi Jodhpur. Again we are coming, and now we are going to Delhi Dehradun. From there Delhi Dehradun to again Delhi. So there are 4 sectors. A very busy day because early morning 7:40 you are reporting at the air base, and you're coming back to 7 o'clock at 5 o'clock in the evening, right? So next day we have so next day we have, you can see clearly that next day we have entire free, but in at late evening we have 11:40, almost 12 midnight, we have a reporting. So the next very day we are going to Delhi Hong Kong. That is early morning departure of 2:10. Can you imagine 2:10? Because international flight usually goes this particular time, right? So that is Delhi Hong Kong. HKG is Hong Kong, and we are landing there at 9:40, and from there we have again a perfect stay over there, and next morning we have 10:35 again Delhi Hong Kong and all. So this is how we are landing back on 27th from Hong Kong. Flight 16 means 4 p.m. and if you can see this PL 3 days, and we have already we have to apply month prior so that we can get the flights from the offs and all. So PL, as I told you that earlier in the in this video, that it's privileged leave. Every crew, every person who's working in a company or organization has the authority to take this particular leaves, and mostly we have, I don't even remember now, 30, mostly 26. I'm not sure about that, how many leaves we have. It differs from the company to company, right? So guys, this was all from this particular video. I hope you guys liked it, and if you really liked it, please give a thumbs up, and please do comment below to tell me how was the video and the coming time and what exactly you're looking for. And as I told you, as I promised you, that I will bring the practical knowledge in front of you. I will not tell you things which are verbal, and I believe in telling you practical things, because I know that if I would have been at your place, I would love to see things actually, what exactly the roster is, right? So please do like it, please do subscribe my channel. It really gives me a pump to do something better for you. And I always be a guide. I try to be a guide, because whatever I have achieved till now, I wanted to share with you guys. So guys, thank you so much. We will see you the next video, and till then, bye bye, take care, Shabba, good night.